You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 8th of August, 2026. It is 48 days after the summer solstice. It is 45 days before the autumnal equinox. In today's episode, Roly-Polies, the Spanish Armada, the UN Charter, Straight Outta Compton, Esther Williams, and Dustin Hoffman. Today's forecast: patchy fog in the morning, then mostly sunny, with a small chance of precipitation in the afternoon. High near 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32.2 Celsius. Southwest wind 6 to 10 miles per hour. It will be humid and feel very, very hot. The sun rises today at 5:59 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1:01 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:03 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:33 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:10 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 13 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 22% full at midday. The moon rises today at 12:49 a.m., and then it sets at 5:05 p.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the middle of the night, low tide, 12:27 a.m., 12 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 9:39 a.m., 1 meter 28. In the afternoon, low tide, 12:33 p.m., 18 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 7:03 p.m., 1 meter 65. In our shared realm of plants and animals, little unsung creatures around us. The pill bug, or roly-poly. It's not actually a bug, it's not an insect, it's a crustacean, and in a healthy garden or park it's to be found everywhere where there's moisture. Utterly benign to us, pill bugs will simply roll into a neat little ball if you touch them, and they spend most of their time munching on decaying leaf mold and rotting bits of wood, so they're an important part of nature's recycling rhythm. Some people claim they will eat very tender young shoots of plants, but most say this is rare, and they prefer their usual diet of decaying plant matter. It's even been claimed that they absorb toxic metals like lead from contaminated soils. Think of them laboring away underfoot, part of the rich tapestry of the ecosystem. Commemorations. Events that shaped our world. On this day in 1588, the Spanish Armada was defeated by the English. The Spanish crown had assembled 130 ships, carrying 2,500 guns, 8,000 seamen, and almost 20,000 soldiers, with the intention of invading England. But on the night of August the 8th, the English attacked the fleet moored in the harbor of Calais in northern France, directly off the coast of southern England. They sent 8 burning ships into the harbor, which was crowded with Spanish ships. To avoid the flames, the Spanish cut anchor, and their fleet poured out into the English Channel in disorder. At dawn, the English fleet made their attack off Gravelines, a few miles to the east. The Armada was devastated, its ships were scattered, and the surviving vessels fled into the North Sea. The rout of the Spanish Armada established England as a sea power in its own right. The centuries that followed saw England establish its own world empire. Implications for history. Discuss. On this day in 1945, President Harry Truman signed the United Nations Charter. We were the first nation to complete the ratification process. The UN was part of a hopeful vision of a post-war international world of cooperation. Cultural milestones. On this day in 1988, the album Straight Outta Compton was released by NWA. It was their debut album. It revolutionized hip-hop, bringing gangsta rap to a mass audience. Way too extreme for commercial radio or even MTV, the album nonetheless went triple platinum. Today we remember Esther Williams, born this day in 1921 in Inglewood, California. A talented swimmer from a young age, her hopes of competing in the Olympics were sidelined by the Second World War. She joined Billy Rose's Aquacade, where she swam alongside Johnny Weissmuller, who would later play Tarzan. She was signed by MGM, and in the 1940s and 50s made many aqua musicals, which were films featuring synchronized swimming and diving. After her Hollywood days, she sponsored a line of swimwear designed for women of all ages. She said, "Women worldwide are fighting a thing called gravity. My suits are quality fabric. I put you in a suit that contains you, and you will swim in. I don't want you to be in 2 Dixie cups and a fish line." Remember Esther Williams, the $1,000,000 Mermaid. Today we wish happy birthday to Dustin Hoffman, born this day in 1937. What a filmography! The Graduate, Midnight Cowboy, Tootsie, Papillon, Marathon Man, and All the President's Men, just to mention a few. Dedicated to method acting, his intensity during the filming of Marathon Man worried his co-star, Laurence Olivier, who is reported to have quipped, "My dear boy, why don't you try acting? It's so much easier." Happy birthday, Dustin Hoffman. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 8th of August, 2026.